Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of the Brian Colletto Show, streaming to my LinkedIn and my YouTube. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts later, that platform as well. As a friendly reminder, this is simply lived experience. This is not professional advice, so please seek professional advice where necessary. So, the show is going to be a little bit different today. Um, I'm going to first talk about how the 4th of July weekend went for me and see if I can tie that into something autism related, since that's what this show is about. So, the first off, happy 250th anniversary. Uh, happy 250th birthday, USA. And, well, I really didn't do much. I only watched it on TV. Um, it was very hard to do anything outside over the weekend because it was a big heat wave throughout most of the US, and I was no exception to that. And add to that the fact that we had 70-mile-per-hour winds on Friday night for about an hour that um, knocked a lot of uh, branches down. Um, no significant damage. All of our trees are still up, but we do have our work cut out for us in terms of how much we have to do. Thankfully, uh, someone who lives in back of us was willing to give me a helping hand with some stuff. So that's as far as I'm going with that. But in tying that to autism um, show, I wasn't like really in my element because usually I'm out and about attending different events and seeing all different people, and I really couldn't do that. There wasn't I don't really have a lot of friends get-togethers, and also um, it was just very hot, and events were either modified in time because of the hot weather or because of the storms. They were canceled altogether with new dates to be determined. Um, but it did highlight the fact that a lot of times, for me at least, when it comes to holidays, it seems like everything I've built on business days goes away. And it's not always a pleasant feeling in that regard. Um, I know that in reality, we can't be with everybody we meet through networking at a Thanksgiving dinner or a holiday gathering. I get all that, but I think it just kind of makes me feel insecure because of things I went through as a kid with struggling with friendships in school. So, but we got through the weekend, and um, I did have people home with me, including my mom. So it was good, just in that sense. And so besides the 4th of July, no, there weren't any events I attended over the past week. So that's why that segment is being skipped this time. But if you've stayed this long and you've seen on LinkedIn, on YouTube, that I've got Apple Podcast news. So, in my crazy self, and knowing that sometimes it takes me a while to understand how to do certain things when it comes to podcasting, I finally was able to claim my show on Apple Podcasts. So I've been posting every show from 2026 onto Apple Podcasts since March. And 4 months later, I finally figured out how to do the process to claim the show on Apple Podcasts. And now it's claimed by me. And so hopefully over time I'll be able to see more statistics. And if you listen to the show anywhere and you write reviews on Apple Podcasts, I welcome reviews, as maybe that'll help get my show more up there for people to view. So that's what I have to say about that. Um, Thank you for listening. And I am Brian Colletto. So if you haven't followed me on social media, just find my first and last name on all the different platforms. And I will say that this show is usually weekly. I will not be coming on next week, but I will aim to come back in 2 weeks. I'm going to be not able to come on next Monday. I'm doing some stuff. I'll share more about that hopefully on the next podcast show. But until the week of July 20th, I think, or until the next time I come on, I send you all love, light, blessings, and peace. Take care.